could be the kind of girl that you could be down for. 'Cause when I look at you, I feel something tell me that you're the kind of guy that I should make a move.
Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl 6L, Alexis not Alexis, and I'm back with another video. This time it's gonna be a yap session because I have a lot to say. But in this video, I'm gonna go over 5 things that I want to change now that I'm in my mid-20s. If you don't know, I did turn 25 back in February, and honestly, I feel like everything is just connected in my mind, and like I'm just so I'm hungry for success at this point. Like, I know my future, I'm gonna be successful whatever it is that I'm doing. So I'm working on the small things about me to help me reach those big doors, the big opportunities that God has in store for me, and God is waiting for me to meet him at, you know? The 5 things I'm going to talk about in this video is confidence and self-perception, appearance and personal growth, finding your passion, building meaningful relationships, and faith over fear. But I hope you guys really enjoy this video, and let's go into the first thing that I want to talk about, which is confidence and self-perception. Learning how to see yourself in a positive light is definitely something that I need to work on now that I'm in my mid-20s, because growing up, I pretty much hated everything about myself. When it came to me being shy all the time, when it came to my anxiety, my body, how I thought, or how I think that's what I need to be saying. But anyways, when it just came to me, I could never see myself in a positive light, but I was always the type, I would speak positivity to other people, and that definitely has affected me, you know, now that I'm older, because trying to speak about myself with love is a struggle. I struggle with that. But luckily, I seen in this YouTube video, this girl, she was like, when you wake up, the first thing you need to do when you look in the mirror is say I love you. And at first I thought that was weird, and I used to think saying affirmations were weird. Like, why would I, like, what is me saying that's gonna do? But like, when you speak it, it becomes your reality. And saying I love you every day, I've been doing that for maybe 2 weeks now. It's definitely helping me with my confidence, because I don't really get to hear I love you a lot. Like, my family, we love each other dearly, but we're the type of family that we don't say it that often, but we show acts of love, you know? But saying I love you to myself is really helping me see that I am worthy of love, I am capable of love, just helping me grow, especially with my confidence and self-esteem. I do feel like growing up shy and always being a person that's basically the listener, you don't really get to add much to the conversation, and I basically made being shy my personality. So now I'm in like this phase of discovering who I truly am outside of being shy. And by growing in confidence and seeing myself in a positive light, that is definitely unleashing who I truly am. And I feel like the more I become more confident with myself, the opportunities continues to open up, basically. Like, if I would have never took that leap of faith with myself and started becoming more confident with my content, I definitely would not be where I am now. So I'm very proud of myself about doing that. You know, I just want to be the most confident girl for the rest of my life. I want the confidence to radiate in every energy that I come across. Every time I walk in a room, you could just see the confidence. When I speak, you can tell that I'm confident. In my pictures, you could just see the confidence. Like, I just simply want to be in love with myself. Like, that's really what I want for the rest of my life. I don't want to waste any more years not loving myself. That's just that. Okay, so on to the next topic, appearance and personal growth. So now that I'm 25, I feel like it's definitely time to learn my style. I know for sure I don't have a style. I love shopping on Shein. I love Shein real bad. And the thing is, learning my style is not as easy as I thought it was, because for one, I need to learn to love my body. So if my best friend see this, girl, thank you. I love you so much. She told me like a couple years ago, like, hey, you know, I think you should learn how to dress your body type. And mind you, I've been like back and forth between this weight loss and learning to love my body is really hard because I know what I want my body to look like, but I'm not in that body. So it's like, I feel like if I don't, I don't know how to love the body I am in now. My confidence definitely skyrockets when I lose weight, and I feel like dressing up as my body type, I don't know how to do that because for one, what do you mean dress up as my body type? My stomach and back is big. It's really hard to care about your appearance when you're not comfortable in your own body. I know how I want to dress. I just don't, having a big stomach and then a boxy front, like the front of my body looks, it's very, it has no type of curves. And then in the back, I mean from the side, you see the big back and then the flat butt. It's hard to care about my appearance because it's like, why do I look like this? But that's something I just got to work on my personal with myself. It's just, I know that I don't want to feel this way for the rest of my life. So my goal is to, when I finally lose or bring down my body percentage, my body fat percentage, I want to maintain the weight that I'm at because I want to be able to feel comfortable and confident in my own body. And I feel like that's the reason why I do not care about my appearance, because I would go on I would go on Pinterest, find cute outfits, and then try to match it with clothes that I see on Shein, and it looks cute on the app, but then when I put it on, it's not giving at all. It's not giving at all. I'm like, I just wasted my money for what? And I also feel like because I'm constantly at home, it's hard for me to just want to dress up because I don't go anywhere besides work and, you know, running errands. The place that I'm working at right now is just so stressful, and we all don't care how we look, so it don't make it any better. And it's just like, I'm trying to get out of this phase of not caring about how I look. One thing that I have started doing is doing my makeup and looking, you know, making myself look presentable on Saturdays when I go run my errands, and that definitely makes me feel better. But then it's like throughout the week, I look like I don't give a. Another reason why I struggle with caring about my appearance is because I've always been in this mindset of, if I don't put myself together, then people are not going to see me, and therefore I'm invisible to everybody. And that's another reason why I could care less about how I look. But I'm tired of not caring about how I look. I just want to look good for me. And caring about my appearance definitely helps with personal growth because now I'm investing into myself. Period. Now that I'm in my mid-20s, I want to find my passion. Right now, I know for sure my passion is content creating, but I want to know what else really fulfills me. I definitely want to start exploring career paths and passion projects. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm not sure what I like. I'm not sure what career path I should take, what God has in store for me. But like I said in the beginning of this video, I do know that whatever it is that I'm going to do in the future, I just know it's going to be successful. And finding my passion is something that I want to focus on now that I'm in my mid-20s, because baby, I'm in my mid-20s. Right now, I do love being healthy. I love being healthy and I love creating content. I was in college for 2 years. But I went in undecided, and I feel like that was my first mistake. You know, I just followed the path everybody was doing after high school, go straight to college. But I went straight to college undecided, and then my counselor was like, hey girl, listen, if I'm gonna be honest with you, your first degree doesn't matter, so just pick something. And I'm like, well, I like math, so let's do mathematics. But then I took pre-calculus, then I took calculus 1, then I took calculus 2, and I think after calculus 2 I was done. And then chemistry 2, I think it was, I could not pass that. I started not going to my classes, but I was at every party. And then I had 2 teachers threaten to withdraw me because I didn't show up to class, but I would do the assignments. And then I started making C's. I never made C's in my entire life. But as soon as college started, then I'm making C's, D's, and failing classes. So I'm like, yeah, this is not going to work. Then COVID happened, and the new semester happened. And it was like, hey, you need to pay for this or we're going to have to withdraw you. never responded to the email. They never emailed me, but they never sent another email, and they just withdrew me from the school. So here I am today, not knowing what I'm doing with my life. But I feel like a lot of people feel that way, not knowing what you want to do in your life. And that's when my next one, faith over fear. Now that I'm in my 20s, I want to focus faith over fear, because I want to let go of the anxiety I have about my future and fully trust that my success is already written. As someone that believes in God and talk to God every single day, I feel like I need to work on showing that I believe in Him when it comes to all things. All things, especially the uncertainty, because like I said before, I don't know what my future holds, but I know it's successful. And you know, being in your late 20s, you have friends that's married, you have friends that's single, you have friends that's in their career path, you have friends that's making big money, you have friends that's making little to no money, you have friends that's just accomplishing all these things, and you know, starting families, building houses, you know, just pretty much everything. And then there's me, feel like I have nothing going on. I can't really tell you what I have going on in my life besides, hey, I'm just living. And that's definitely where the faith over fear comes. Like, I need to stop being scared that nothing good is going to happen to me, or I'm going to be stagnant for the rest of my life. I want to show God that I fully trust His path and His plan. Being able to have faith over fear definitely still requires work, because faith without works is what? Yeah, taking risk and failing and being rejected and the redirection all comes into play. That's why I feel like the faith over fear really increases. I believe in God, and I need to show God that I believe in Him by taking those risks and failing. It's a part of life, baby. Alright, and the last one, now that I'm in my 20s, building meaningful relationships. I know for sure I need to be more intentional about my connections, including the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I want to say, okay, I'm just going to admit it, all my friendships, I'm definitely not intentional with them. It's something that I don't nurture. It's something that I don't know. I feel like I feel like I love being alone so much to where I could care less about nurturing the relationships that I have or the friendships that I have. And that's not good, because not only am I struggling to, you know, keep those relationships, but I'm struggling to keep, it's even affecting my relationship with God. Like, because I abandon relationships. I abandon friendships. I like being to myself. I love being alone. And it makes me struggle with consistently showing up in friendships, consistently showing up for Christ, consistently showing up for myself. Because having connection with others, having connection with yourself, having connection with God, I feel like it applies in all areas of your life. Like, connections are so important. Not saying, you know, I want to be dependent on other people, but I need to learn how to codepend with other people, be able to show people that I do care, because I care about everybody that's in my life. I care about the people that I don't even talk to. I care about the people that is no longer in my life. Like, I really genuinely care, but they don't see that because I don't stay in communications, or, you know, I'm always MIA, never text back, never call, never do anything. Like, I don't do any of that stuff, and I want to be able to communicate more with the people that I care about. But it's kind of hard, because it's like they adjusted to the fact that I don't call, that I don't text, that I don't, you know, we don't hang out. So it's just like, well, do I just start over with new people, or do I just out the blue be like, hey, you want to hang out, and hope for the best? I don't know, it's just a lot, but that's definitely something that I want to really focus on, is building meaningful relationships and maintaining those meaningful relationships, even with, you know, myself. Like, because I feel like because I don't show up for other people, or not other people, because I don't show up in the relationships I have with, you know, my friends and God consistently, is not helping me show up for myself. If you made it to the end of my yap session, I really love and appreciate you, because I don't really get to yap that much for real. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have some tips on how to work on any of the 5 things that I mentioned in this video, definitely drop it in the comments. If there are things that you want to work on, and now that you're in your mid-20s or 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever age you're in, drop in the comments, because maybe somebody else worked on those things and they have tips. But thank you for listening to this yap session. If you haven't already, don't forget to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for my next video.